Said it's March 18th, 2025, and the world's holding its breath. A phone call's about to happen, one that could tilt the course of a war that's been tearing Ukraine apart for over 3 years. On one side stands Donald Trump, the brash U.S. president back in the White House, eager to wield his deal-making skills and forge peace where others stumbled. On the other looms Vladimir Putin, Russia's steely-eyed ruler who's honed the art of control across decades. The stakes couldn't be bigger. A ceasefire in one of the deadliest conflicts of our era. The clock strikes the scheduled time, then keeps running. 10 minutes late, 30, 50. Trump's waiting, the White House buzzing with tension, and Putin, he's tossing jokes at a Moscow conference, acting like time bends to his will. 70 minutes later, he finally picks up. Was it a calculated jab, a slick power play, or just Putin being Putin? Buckle up. We're plunging into the wildest geopolitical clash of 2025, a saga of egos, delays, and a war that's got the globe on edge. This isn't just a tale, it's your front row pass. To history in real time, let's roll. The stage is set, a call 3 years in the making. To get why this call's a big deal, we need to zoom out. The Russia-Ukraine war kicked off on February 24, 2022, when Putin sent tanks rolling across the border, claiming it was about protecting Russian speakers and denazifying Ukraine. What followed was chaos. Cities like Mariupol flattened, millions fleeing as refugees, and a death toll climbing into the tens of thousands. By March 2025, it's a grinding stalemate. Russia's dug into eastern Ukraine, holding chunks like Donetsk and Luhansk, while Ukraine's fighting tooth and nail, backed by Western weapons but running low on steam. Enter Trump, fresh off his 2024 election win, storming back into the presidency with a promise to fix what he calls Biden's mess. He's got a plan, a 30-day ceasefire to hit pause on the carnage and kickstart real talks.
He broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it.
It's bold, it's brash, and it's pure Trump, positioning himself as the guy who can do what no one else could. But he's not dealing with a pushover. Putin's been at this game for 25 years, outlasting sanctions, shrugging off global outrage, and keeping Russia's war machine chugging along. This call isn't just a negotiation, it's a collision of two larger-than-life figures, each with everything to prove. The delay, 70 minutes of mind games. Fast forward to March 18, 2025. The call's penciled in between 4 and 6 p.m., Moscow time, 10 a.m. to noon EST. Trump's ready, probably pacing the Oval Office or firing off tweets about winning big. Meanwhile, Putin's at the annual Congress of the Russian Union of Industrialists and Entrepreneurs, a fancy gathering of Moscow's power players. The room's electric, CEOs, oligarchs, and Kremlin insiders swapping cigars and strategies. Alexander Shokin, the event's host, and a Putin ally from way back, checks the time. It's past 4 p.m. He sidles up, murmurs a reminder about the Kalki na Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov had billed it as a can't-miss moment. Putin's reaction? A sly grin and a laugh. "Don't listen to him, that's his job," he says, brushing it off like it's a pesky fly. The crowd chuckles. Shokin tries again, hinting Trump's on hold. Putin fires back. "I didn't mention Trump, I was talking about Peskov." He's cool, calm, and in no rush, shaking hands, posing for pics, soaking in the spotlight. The minutes pile up, 40, 60, 70. Finally, over an hour late, he saunters off to take the call. This isn't Putin's first rodeo. He's made German Chancellor Angela Merkel wait hours in the past, kept Pope Francis twiddling his thumbs, even left his own generals hanging. It's his trademark. Time's a weapon, and he wields it like a pro. For Trump, a guy who hates losing and thrives on being the alpha, it's a slap in the face. The world's watching, and Putin's conducting the orchestra. The call, 2 hours of tug-of-war. When the line finally connects, it's a heavyweight bout. Trump's pitching hard, 30 days, no bombs, no bullets, let's talk. He's got his angle. End the war quick, claim the victory, and strut onto the global stage as the peacemaker. Putin's listening, but he's not sold. Sources say he nods to a partial deal, pause the strikes hammering Ukraine's energy grid. A tactic that's left millions freezing this winter. But a full ceasefire? No dice. Russia's got demands. Ukraine must ditch foreign aid, cede territory, and NATO needs to back off. Non-starters for Kyiv and the West. The call drags on for 2 hours, a marathon of push and pull. Trump's team calls it a win, talks are alive, a follow-up set for the Middle East. Putin's people play it coy, muttering about cautious steps while keeping their poker face. Neither side caves, but neither walks away empty-handed. It's a tense truce in a war of words, with the real fight still ahead. What's really going on? Decoding the drama. Let's unpack this. First, that 70-minute delay, it's no accident. Putin's a master of psychological warfare. Make Trump stew, throw him off his game. Trump's used to calling the shots, not tapping his foot. By flipping that dynamic, Putin's saying, I'm the one with the upper hand. It's a flex for Russia's audience too, proof their leader's still the boss, even against America's loudest voice. Second, the call's outcome. Trump's ceasefire gambit is gutsy, but Putin's not biting fully. Why? He's got leverage, time, territory, and a West that's fracturing. Ukraine's holding on, but it's battered. Europe's energy crisis is biting, and US support's wobbling with every election cycle. Putin's playing the long game, betting he can outlast the pressure. That energy strike pause? It's a crumb, eases Ukraine's pain but keeps them weak. Third, the egos. Trump needs a win to silence doubters and cement his comeback. Putin needs to look untouchable, keeping his grip on power tight. Both are peacocking for their bases, Trump as the deal-maker, Putin as the immovable force. This calls as much theater as strategy. The bigger picture, a war that won't quit. This isn't just about one call, it's 3 years of grind coming to a head. Ukraine's lost over 10% of its land, with Russia's annexation of 4 regions in 2022 still a sore spot. Kyiv's clawed back some ground like in Kharkiv, but the East is a meat grinder. Western aid, $100 billion plus from the US alone, keeps Ukraine afloat, but it's not infinite. Putin's banking on that tap running dry, while Trump's betting he can rewrite the script. Problem is, neither Ukraine's resolve nor Russia's stubbornness. Global reactions. The world weighs in. The delay and the call lit up the planet. In Washington, hawks fumed. Senator Lindsey Graham tweeted, Putin's disrespect is a disgrace. Time to hit back harder. Doves saw hope. CNN called it a crack in the wall. In Europe, leaders like France's Macron stayed mum, but Germany's chancellor hinted at more aid for Ukraine. On X, it's a circus. Reshaped Putin snubs Trump trends with memes of Trump staring at a phone, while Russian bots crow about Western weakness. China's watching quietly, likely amused. Any US-Russia friction plays to Beijing's hand. Middle Eastern players like Saudi Arabia smell opportunity, offering to host talks. Ukraine's own voices are split. Some want peace, others scream. No surrender. It's a global chessboard, and this call just moved a few pawns. The fallout. Winners, losers, and what's next? Who won? Trump got a toehold. Talks are on, and that's progress. But his big ceasefire's DOA for now. Putin held firm, gave an inch, and kept his edge. Ukraine's stuck in the middle. Energy. Relief's nice, but no full pause means no real breather. Zelensky's tight-lipped, probably weighing how much Trump's push helps or hurts. Next, negotiations are slated for the Middle East. Qatar or Riyadh maybe, neutral turf with oil-rich mediators. Trump's sending an envoy. Putin's not saying no, but peace. Don't bet on it yet. Russia's entrenched, Ukraine's defiant. And both leaders face home front heat. Trump from Congress, Putin from restless elites. This could stretch into summer. Why it matters to you. This isn't some distant drama. Ukraine's war jacks up your gas prices when pipelines get hit. It hikes your grocery bill when grain shipments stall. It's your tax dollars, or your country's, fueling the fight or the fallout. Putin's delay and Trump's play aren't just headlines. They're threads in a web that touches your life. The game's still on. March 18, 2025 didn't end the war, but it showed 2 giants slugging it out, and neither's down. Putin's 70-minute wait was a power move, no question. Trump's ceasefire dream's alive, but barely. The world's glued to this saga, asking, who blinks first? Spoiler, not yet. What's your take? Did Putin outfox Trump, or is this just the opening bell? Hit the comments, smash that like if you're hooked, and subscribe for more dives into the chaos steering our planet. Next time we'll track where these talks land. Stay tuned.